at. All right, Shalom. Call halal. Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim HaKadosh. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect, tabernacle of David, the Akwat that are listening and learning, being pure of rest, the hopeful elect of Israel, the 1/3, the 1/3. All right. We are the Hebrew Israelites who come in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as the United Snakes of America, soon to be destroyed by nuclear fire. As you can see, that all over the world, right, everybody's attention is on World War III. You can act like you don't see it, what you know is there, and the effects of it are changing the world as we know. So it behooves you Negroes, Latinos, Native American, and Seminole Indian, speckled bird, that it's high time that you wake up out of sleep. All right? And that's what we're here for. To wake you up, get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, turn back to the Most High, and get it in order. All right? First and foremost, and as always, all praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim HaKadosh. All right? Now is the time, right? If you know anything about what's going on, and you have any sense in your head, in your mind, right? Your heart in this Bible, Salakia, is your mind. Salakia. Just get things together. The Hebrew word for heart is your mind, lob, right? The Hebrew word for heart is lob, which means your mind. Right now, you have to humble yourself and admit that you don't know shit. Right? How could you know anything when everything you've been taught from the time you were a child is a lie? All right? What do? They teach you your ABCs, right? They didn't teach you the Hebrew alphabet. They didn't teach you that this is your original language and you should be learning what this means, because this actually has meaning. This isn't set up to deceive you. So everything that you learned from the language, English, is a language of deception. Every word could have as many meanings as you apply to them. One word can have 7 meanings. All right? One word, you can spell it 6 different ways. Way of spelling it has a different meaning. That way you can trick and you can fool, you can sneak, and you can deceive. It's set up for that. All right? Now, not as much for Hebrew. Not as much at all. Hebrew is a true and a pure language, so that you can't do those things. Much like America, right? It was set up for certain people to prosper and other people to be in captivity. That's what it comes down to. And you can dress it up, you can put lipstick on a pig all you want to, but when you get right down to it, you niggers are slaves. Yeah, you don't have on the chains ready, and the devil knows this. He's well aware of his role. He's acting, oh, we're all the same, and we can all get along. We can all get along until you niggers cross your line, and then after that, I become the devil, and I begin to murder, and and I begin to kill, murder, and lie about it. Let's look at Gaza. What do you mean I can't steal your land? What do you mean I can't kill you while I'm doing it? I can do whatever I want to. I'm the devil who has convinced you we are the children of God. Just layers of lies. Book of Proverbs 3 and 4. And this is probably the most important precept going into the times that we're going into right now. Shalom, brethren. Feel free to post scriptures and I'll get to them if I can. Shalom. Proverbs 3 and 4, going into, let's say, coming out of the eclipse, is the most important. When was the eclipse? Last Monday, right? It's been about a week. What's today? Friday? The eclipse was the 8th. Today is the 17th. It's about a week. Today's the 17th or the 18th. Well, anyway, this is Proverbs 3 and 4. Salaki, that's not it. Three and 5. Salaki. Book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. All right, that coming off of the eclipse. See, here's what happened during the eclipse. Everything changed. It got everybody's attention, whether you didn't give a fuck about it or not. Everything changed. Oh, nothing happened. Yes, it did. Right? A lot of things happened. Things that sped up. Look at the war. Right? Do you really think that these gutter rats are for any reason going to wait until after the Passover? And when is the Passover? Is it on Monday or is it the week after? When does it end? The week after the Feast of Unleavened Bread? Does it end then? Shalom, brethren. Yaquab. Shalom. That's the brother from Cleveland, right? Yep. Jacob's trouble. Let's flesh this out a little bit, and then we'll get Matthew. Proverbs 3 and 5 is the way to get through Jacob's trouble. Is the way to get onto a chariot right now after what just happened. So you gotta humble yourself by saying, I'm powerless. The only power you got is to study to show yourself approved. Right? And if you've studied and you, the Most High has blessed you with understanding, you know your only chance is to stay humble, to humble them, to get that wedding garment on and become a great man, right? Because there's no way. This devil is mad. He ain't even shown you that he's mad yet. There's gonna come a time where all bets are off. This motherfucker is just gonna come out and say, I'm the fucking devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business. And we're very close to that. Read this again, Proverbs 3 and 5. Let's get up in it. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Your heart is your mind, not a muscle that pumps blood. So the only way you're going to get through anything is trust. Trust is faith. Trust is hope. Right? Those words are attributes of trust. Right? You got to have hope. You got to have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The only way you're going to get through any of this, right, is if he's guiding you. He guides you in the wrong direction. If he don't want you to make it, he's guiding you. If he knows you don't trust him, if he knows you don't believe, you don't really have a chance. You can convince yourself and the people around you all you want to. But when it comes down to it, if you know anything, you're powerless. You can't, first of all, you can't stop this devil from being the devil. The Most High put him on the job. You can't take that away from him. You have to embrace the devil being the devil. And how do you trust in the Lord with all your heart, which is your mind? You understand that the Most High set the devil up to be the devil, and that's just part of the situation. Part of your journey, part of your walk is this so-called white man being the devil and being on your ass. All right? Now that we have the situation, how do we move forward from there? What is the destination? What do you seek to accomplish in the near future? Well, let's break it down to getting on a chariot. Short-term goal, getting on a chariot, right? How do you do that? What does that look like in the real world right now? With everything that's stacked up against, well, you're out here doing the work. I see 1, 2, at least 4 cameras that I can see. And then they got the helicopter drive by, they send a cruiser or a motorcycle, right? So you know they're watching you. They know, if you've been doing this for 10 years, they know where you're at. They know your new spot. They know when you go out. They're watching you. They're taking away. You get 5 views. They take it down to 1. The next day it's at 0. So you understand what's going on, right? Devil got to do his part. You got to do your part, which is to get on a chariot. How do you do that? What does that look like? Well, the devil's on your ass, number one. He knows where you're at. He knows when you've been sleeping. Jolly old Saint Nigga. Right? This is how you get on a chariot. Understand that the Most High put the devil on the job, and he's on you. So you gotta stay circumspect. You gotta be. Here comes the devil. I smell it. Right? This is your job from now until you get beamed up. Set yourself aright. Set your mind right, and be like this. This is how it's gonna feel when I'm getting beamed up. You acquaint yourself with things of that nature, right? don't think about how the wicked are going to be punished. You think about how the righteous are going to be saved. You understand? And then you begin to walk like that. Walk like what? Walk like I don't have a chance. The only chance I got is to walk in the Spirit. Right? To listen what the Spirit is telling you. You have to put your full. What if that's a demon? You got to put your trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. If it is a demon, the Most High sent the demon. You're still putting your trust in Yahweh Bashim. You gotta trust and believe in somebody, right? Well, who do you trust and believe? Do you trust and believe in yourself or in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? Let's read that again. See, because a nigga is like this. Oh no, I know what to do. I know how to get out of this. I do it all the time. Well, I got a plan. What am I gonna do? Well, what you gonna do when they come? Bad boys, bad boy. What you gonna do? Well, if it happens when I'm out in public, I'll do this. If they knock on the door, I head out the back. Right? What you gonna do? And the answer to that is, hell, I don't know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trust in the Lord with all my heart, which is my mind. And all the bullshit that I learned coming up, right, in preschool and grammar school and all these lies, right, that are designed to keep you unbalanced and unhinged and have no firm foundation whatsoever. Your only foundation, right, is this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Not the shit that you learn. This is what it means to be born again. Right? This is what it means to start over as a newborn baby. Look at these. Like Edom. They look like Issachar on the roof. They ain't paying no attention. But see, you gotta be on your watch. You gotta notice everything. All I see is their heads. They ain't worried about it. You're gonna get yourself killed in combat. First of all, you gotta understand you're on the battlefield. You gotta make you ready to thy battle. You're on the battlefield, and you're gonna get your own self killed. Because you don't know how to follow instructions. Ecclesiastes. Real quick. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of men. If you fear the Most High, you'll keep His commandment. Trust in the Lord. This is Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. You don't know shit anyway. What you know, the devil taught you so that you could destroy yourself. And you're doing a damn good. The devil taught you well. You learned very well in the back of the class, dying to go smoke a joint at recess. Okay? Because you're fucking destroying yourself and there's no chance for you. Salah. You don't know how to follow instructions. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Those instructions, okay? How do you trust in the Lord with all thine heart, right? When you don't know how to fucking follow instructions, you're doomed. You're gonna get yourself killed on the battlefield. This is what they used to tell you in basic training, right? You go to basic training in the army, you're a grunt, you're an infantryman, right? Got on the little Miles gear or the paintball, right? Whatever. what do? First thing you learn, right? Put your head down. Put your head down. Dug out a foxhole, you all happy. Now, game starts. War is on. Pop, 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 pop. What is that? That's my helmet. That's the sound of my helmet. I'm dead. My brains are blown, blasted everywhere. Fucking stickers. Hope it ain't poison. Anyway, you're gonna get yourself killed out there because you're not following instructions. What are the instructions? Keep your fucking head down. Every 5 minutes, I'm dead because I got shot in the head, right? This is training. You gotta keep your head down. It's so simple to just forget and not do it. It's life and death. When you're on the battlefield, this is life and death. When you join the military, it's life and death. All right? A nigga will try to convince, oh, I ain't doing it. We ain't no war coming here. You're on the fucking battlefield. It's a brother Yaquab, son of Sears, Jr. Shalom, talk. Matthew 24 and 21, which is Jacob's trouble. Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. That includes war. World War I, World War II, the Spanish-American War, the Civil War, all wars that ever been fought, right? The Trojan War, right? Masada, right? Don't have shit on the battle that you're in right now. Okay? You're in a battle right now. You don't know it. You're on the fucking battlefield. You don't know it because you don't know how to follow instruction. Right? Do you have a weapon? Did you clean your weapon? Did you oil your weapon? Is your weapon ready? Is your weapon gonna jam? What are you gonna do when your weapon jams? Right? You ain't ready. You Sarah suit and not ready. Remember that? When we first came in, Sarah suit and Seti was on one, boy. And the other apostle Tahar would call him Sarah suit and not ready. You're not ready. Not ready for what? 2 Ezra 16. 40. 2 Ezra 16 and 40. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. What does that mean? What does that mean? My people, let's talk about Israel. And even more specifically, it's talking about the elect of Israel. All right? And if you fancy yourself being one of the elect of Israel, you understand that you're at war right now. You understand that they're watching you, right? They got spies on you, writing down everything you do, seeing how you move, because they're going to ambush you one day. And guess what? Your instructions are to fucking be ready. And it's going into one. Oh, I ain't fighting nobody. I just go line up at the FEMA camp. And the devil's like this, got one. You just made my job easier. No, you're supposed to tell this devil what you're doing. Look, I'm getting ready, devil, and I'm gonna go that way. The Most High gonna make you believe I went that way. You gotta tell him. You gotta show your face out here. How do you know that you might be of the elect? Well, you're standing out here pushing His word, right? Knowing that you're being hunted, making your body a living sacrifice. You might be beheaded for this. You're on the battlefield. Somebody might catch you walking around straight up instead of crouching. You gotta be, man. You gotta keep your head low. Nigga, you're on the battlefield, man. Again. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those bad times, in those evils, what evils? A time of trouble such as there never was since there was a nation. Forever. The worst time ever on the face of the earth since the Most High created the earth is now. And there's a war going on during this time. And there you are, a little private, right? Got your little weapon. And you don't even know how to use the weapon. You got your weapon, but you didn't study the manual, right? Where it tells you how to make it to the chariot. Short destination, short-term goal, make it on the chariot, right? 2 Ezra 16 and 40. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. That's a lot. Okay? You're playing a game, it's called survival. Okay, everybody huddle up. Okay, ready, go. Now everybody take off and go your way. And when the chariot comes, it's picking people up. You better be on it, otherwise you lost. You didn't succeed. You didn't follow the instructions. You didn't lean not. You gotta lean not. Go back to Proverbs. This is the most important precept after the eclipse. While in Jacob's trouble, you gotta, if you're not telling yourself this, you're gonna be in some shit. Here they come, here they come. What you gonna do? Trust in the Most High with all your heart. You have to have that. That scripture gotta pop in your head. And you gotta know the characteristics of the Most High. He's not gonna save you until they're just about to grab you at the last second. If you know these things, right? How do you trust in the Most High with all your heart, with all your mind, and not understand that He's going to wait till the last second? You got to wait. And you got to wait until death. You got to die for this thing. That's trusting. Here's how you trust in the Most High with all your heart. And lean not unto your own understanding. Revelation. Here's how you do it. Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. That's already letting you know it's not gonna go well. All right? You gotta get yourself ready for one of them horror films that you say you claim to love so much. Oh, you gonna watch a horror film, right? No, nigga, you're in the horror film and you're the fucking main character in your own personal horror film. And it's gonna be horrible all the way to the end. And you gotta pray that the end be a beam of light come down. That's all you remember. That's the end of the horror film. But you gotta understand, it's a horror film. It's not a feel good. We're going, girls girls' night out, we're going to go watch the girly flick. No. You're watching the worst and best horror film you've ever seen in your life. You're in it, you're starring in it. Right? So what's your destination? How are you going to get on that chariot at the end of the movie? Revelation 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. That's saying two things. Okay? You're going to suffer. You're going to catch hell in this movie, in this horror flick. All right? And that you're going to be scared. You're going to be scared. But you got to get your fear right. You got to fear the Most High more than you fear anything else. Then your fear is important. Fear none of those things, that's a lot of things, which thou shalt suffer. You're going to suffer, and you're going to be fearful, right? The devil shall cast some of you into prison. You might be getting locked up, that ye may be tried. And you're going to be tried in the lockup. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. There's going to be a period of time where you shall, it's telling you what you're going to go through. So you prepare your mind for that. Yeah, when they lock me up, be thou what? It's going to tell you. And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful, right? Be thou faithful. Unto death. Okay, so here's what you got to do. Well, if it happens that I die before I get on the chariot, it's all good. I gave it my best rollerball, if you will. All right. I played the game. I did my best. I didn't make it, but damn it, I laid it all with it. I left it all on the court, right? I left it all on the battlefield, right? If you're not thinking that every day you wake up, you're on the battle. You wake up, call halal Yahweh Shemel Shazar. Where's my weapon? The first thing you do, make sure when you wake up, where's my weapon? First thing, Yahweh Shemel Shazar, right? Then your weapon. Here's your weapon. Here's my weapon. From now until the chariots, like from the river to the sea, no. From now until the chariots, right? First the Most High, then your weapon. I'm all ears. What are my instructions, right? If it be that today is the day that I leave, right? I got my little bag, I'm ready. That's following the instructions, right? Go write down the precepts that tell you, right? You put a plan together out of the precepts like this. Number one, clean your weapon. Right? Get a Ziploc bag, put it in there. We used to do that with because the M16, which is the AR-15 fully automatic, if 1 grain of sand gets in the chamber, that gun is going to jam. So we used to get a black plastic bag, put the weapon in a plastic bag until you had to use it, right? So you get you a plastic bag, a Ziploc, put the weapon in, keep it clean, well oiled, got to train with it, study, right? You got to understand that you're on the battlefield. And if you don't, the devil, he does, right? He's waiting. In every devil's mind, right? In every Edomite's mind, he knows that one day there's gonna come a day when the niggers have had enough. They know this. They know about that day. It's something that they don't have to discuss with one another. They know that that day is coming. Jacob's trouble is that day. Okay, this is a historic day that's never talked about, but they all know about this event. My brother said that I was watching a review of Civil War, and he said a bunch of people were getting up and walking out because it was hitting too close to home, right? They said it was hitting close to home, so they had to get up and leave, right? The reason why is because I had an episode like this years ago. I had an episode, I was in the theater watching this movie, and the movie was about some character. This is so long ago. I wasn't ready for what actually happened. So the movie's going along, and then it turns out that the main character gets full-blown AIDS, and I was like, oh shit! And it freaked me out, and I'm like, I couldn't breathe, and I had to walk out of the theater to think about, whatever was on my mind, spooked the shit out of me. I had to go. I left it. It never happened. And I had to gather myself. That must be what happened to these people that got up and left. They were like, oh shit. This is that day that we all know about, but we never speak of. Civil War is that day. Okay. Jacob's trouble is that day that all these devils, they know about. They all know that one day that day is going to come. Niggas are all collectively gonna lose it at the same time. We laugh about it because we know about that day too. We have a little laugh because we don't understand. Well, how would it occur? How would it jump off? How would it start? How niggas are so beat down. You got Uncle Tom over here. He ain't never gonna let that happen. How would it, occur? We think about that day too. Guess what? That day is in your training manual. They shall be like madmen sparing none. Okay? That day is in your training manual. And you gotta know, right? How to traverse the battlefield when it's in full effect. When they launch that absolute offensive on your ass, and you ain't ready because you didn't study the handbook, the training manual, okay? They shall be like madmen sparing none. Sparing none of who? None of your black ass. Jake, you're the fucking target. You don't know it when you're on the battlefield. And shall they know? 2 Ezra 16 and 68, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled. These devils hate you. And they finally get to rise up on you like they've been waiting. They think they've been waiting. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and shall be trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, the elect. All right? For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Okay, this is setting up the situation that you have to be prepared to react to. Right? For there shall be, this 2 Ezra 16 and 17, for there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. You can live in a little tiny town, right? There's going to be a devil that knows that you're there, that knows that you've been making videos. Second Ezra 16 and 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. So your trial is coming. What are you going to do? Okay. How do you get through all of it? And one of the things that I'm drawn to is how close are we to the end? So I can look at check the brotherhood. Shalom. Couple of wisdom. Shalom, what? Skip Bird. All right, this is a brother, a cup of wisdom. Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, and we've done that, right? But there's a lot more to it, right, than waking up, finding out that you're an Israelite. Oh, let me put on a little crown and a cape, and I'm going to sit in this throne during the Passover. No, nigga. You're on the battlefield. You don't understand you're on the battlefield? Wow. And that you're making yourself a target. You know what the devil does? He goes down to a range, right? Shooting range. And they got these little plastic whatever targets. And on the plastic target, there's a paper silhouette that they put on the target, and it's a picture of Jake, a nigga, with some dreadlocks, big old lips and a big old nose, right, flat nose, and they're training how to kill you, right? And when they see you at your Passover, to what appears to be Edomite women, bridling your horse, so you could climb up on your high horse, right? You ain't thinking about no battle. You ain't thinking about no battlefield. Nigga, you going to jump. What do they call that? Slalom, what do they call that shit? take your horse, jumping and shit like that. You ain't thinking about no battle. You're supposed to be unseen. You're supposed to be like a ninja right now. I mean, this is the only time they're supposed to see if you're out here on the highways and byways and you post it. Other than that, you're working on your fighting position, right? Your foxhole. You gotta dig, you gotta put grenades, sub parapets. You gotta, and see, here's the thing about building your foxhole, your fighting position. You're never done. You're always making it better. You're always working on it. You don't understand by your action. Oh, nigga, I'm making a record. You are? You mean you're not learning how to make a bracelet, a paracord bracelet? Not that it's going to do anything, but that's where your mind is. That's where your heart is. Where your heart is where your treasure will be. Where's my heart right now? On the battlefield, I'm like this. They're not shooting yet, right? But that day's coming quick. The fuck? Here we are. What is everybody waiting on? And I'm talking about the whole world, not the world, but the whole world. What is the whole world waiting on collectively right now? Well, we're going to see what the Israelis are going to do. Are they going to act a goddamn fool and try to exterminate or pull a genocide on Iran like they did on Gaza? Is that going to be your response? That's what everybody's looking for. They're waiting on that. Well, what does that mean? If the whole world, as in World War III, is waiting to see what Israel's going to do, and you know this devil is going to go overboard. He can't help it. He can't help it. So when he goes overboard and he drags everybody in, the least of the flock, what does it mean? And I'm talking about days. If they launch into Iran, right, and do enough damage, that's it. That's it. It might take a while to escalate, but that's the escalation. We're waiting on what will be determined as the escalation that sends this thing skyward. All right? Everybody's waiting on that right now. And you could act like, you know, oh, I'm watching the market. I'm watching the gold go. Motherfuckers watching gold are waiting. Has BB struck yet? Do I sell gold? Do I buy gold? Everybody's waiting to see what these Amalekites are about to do. All right? What does that mean? Well, if you know anything about the scriptures, everything's moving towards World War III. So they got to do something stupid to pop this thing up. What does that mean? You're at war. What does World War mean? It means the whole world is at war. That means you're at war too. Even though you're in safe America, nothing's ever going to happen with our open border policy. Nothing's going to happen. Everybody's going to be all right. No fighting goes on here. So even though it's World War III, don't worry about it. Nothing's going to happen here. A movie just came out, Civil War. You got race wars. You got, hey, guess what? Nigga, you're at fucking war. You're at war. You don't know it. Or you do know and you're acting like you're not. That's akin to walking around standing straight up and not. You got a man, shit. It's so easy in combat. Nigga, you're in combat. You don't know you gotta stay low? Billy, don't be a hero, don't be a fool with your life. Right? And as he started to go, he said, Billy, keep your head low. You got to keep your head low, dude. All right? Not jump on a horse, not sit in a throne on Passover. We're king, we're the kings of their. Nigga, this is still their kingdom. And their job is to kill you while they're sitting on the throne. They don't allow you to sit on the throne, nigga. You still a nigga. That's not being a warrior. That's not being very warrior-like. That's not understanding that you're on the battlefield. You're sitting in the throne. You're riding in on a horse. You want accolades. We're rich. We got money. I got smell goods, nigga, for sale over here. You're not thinking about, oh, I got a gun right here. The gun's gonna get you killed. You're not trusting in the Most High with all your heart and leaning not unto the guns that you were toting while you were in the street. You're still in the street. And they were, hey, you calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite, making a lot of people mad out there, running around with a gun like it's gonna save you. Only the Most High can save you. You got the wrong weapon. You better go get you a hefty bag. You got the wrong fucking weapon, man. Here's the weapon. Learn how to wield it. Just a Ziploc is all you need. Keep it clean. This is Baruch 2:31. And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. Now, if you, the Most High just said, I'm going to give you a mind. I'm going to give you the understanding on how to get on the chariot. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. Oh, Nate, you ain't going to make it. You want praise, you ain't praising. And you certainly ain't praising Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. Right? And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. So somebody's being driven out of that land right now. That can't be. They're about to be driven out, man. All right? Just because that war is over there doesn't mean that that war isn't over here. That war is in Russia. That war is in Europe, right? That war is in Africa. That war is going to be everywhere. It's going to be on your doorstep. You have to fight your own war. Your own personal war that was scripted only for you. So you're not getting out of it. Right now, what we're doing is we're emphasizing the instructions and that you follow them as a meek and humble servant of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. They ain't afraid of a nigga with a chopper. That's easy. They're afraid of a nigga that's following the instructions. Right? They're very afraid of him. See, niggas are hard-headed and stiff-necked. This is if you're hard-headed and stiff-necked, you're probably not gonna make it. You know why? Because a hard-headed, stiff-necked nigga, right, is just that. He don't want, really, he's a bitch-ass nigga. He don't want to be seen as being weak. That makes you weak. Guess what? The Most High likes a man who appears to be weak and broken and a contrite spirit. That's what the Most High. You're leaning unto your own understanding. Oh, I gotta be hard. I gotta be hard. Yeah, you're hard laying on the ground. What they call leaking, nigga. You leaking. And that nigga shit. It's nigga shit that makes you somebody. Boy, this devil, he done did one. Nigga shit is what raises the stature of a nigga. And it's niggas in the truth. It's niggas in GMS that still identify by that bullshit. The more black and a nigger, a hood nigga that I can be in the truth is gonna get me something. No, nigga, you gotta be the opposite of who you were. All right? You ain't getting on no chariot being no damn nigga. So you really don't want to get on a chariot. You really want to be somebody in the world. I'm sitting on a throne. They're bowing down to me. I done sold all my smell goods. Now, in order to spend my money, I got to take this seat here. So there's got to be sweeping a white woman. It can't be a microchip because I got money. Money ain't gonna mean a goddamn thing. When bombs start dropping, ask them Israeli. Oh, I got dual citizenship. I got money. Money don't mean nothing. Nigga, I gotta get a plane and get the fuck out of Israel before Hezbollah. Before the Hezbollah reign. Okay? And Hezbollah's right here too. So the question is, how do you make it to the chariot? Okay? Write out a list of things to do. Okay? Let's go to Matthew 24. Let's go back. The brother Yaquab, son of Sears. This is Matthew 24:13, but he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. We're trying to get on a chariot. It said something about being saved. Okay, I got to make it to the end. Number one, it says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto the nations, and then shall the end come. Got to get out there and push this word to all nations until the end comes, right? Get this word out there. Matthew 24:16. You're supposed to be writing these things down. What to do, how to make it to the chariot, right? Matthew 24:16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Huh? You gotta write that down. Second Ezra 16:40. You got to go through the motions when the heart is stiff. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. How? Get out your pad and pencil, your pen that writes in the rain, your paper that is writable on in the rain, and you write down a list. How do you make yourself ready? Get ready. Number one, you're making a list. Make lists. Number one, cross that one out. You're already doing it, right? How do I get ready for this battle? Okay. I must endure until the end. I got to push this word out until all the world for a witness, unto all nations. Then they're going to come and get me because they know I done pushed the word. Matthew 24:16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Get my bug out bag ready. I'm going to the mountains. You're writing all of this down. Right? Get your little shelter half. Go get you a poncho and some fucking paracord. Right? And you strike it. Are you writing this down? Matthew 24:17. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house, neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. All right? You write that down. What does that mean? When the shit goes down, when you see this, don't go back there. I don't have to because I got my shit is right here with me. I got my bug out bag. I got my EDC. What is EDC? I got my everyday carry in my bug out bag. Right? Oh, can't go back that way. Got to go this way. Right? Write that down. You should be rehearsing those things. Not how long is my cape and does my crown fit when I sit in this motherfucking throne? Nigga, you're putting the car before the horse. The crown part comes later. The fuck are you doing? You ain't on the chariot yet. Your priorities are fucked up. All right? You gotta write this thing down. You gotta make a plan. A con plan. Right? You gotta, hey, if you're not thinking about this, if you only want to think about one thing, think about this. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Most High ain't gonna let me. You got niggas are like this. Oh, let's just wait. I'm just waiting. Most High gonna let me know. That ain't right neither. Let's read it again. Let's read it again. It doesn't say sit there and wait. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto your own understanding. That means don't do what you would do. Do what the Most High instructed you to do. What are the instructions? 2 Ezra 16:40. More people hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. You're buying jewelry. Nigga, I got an iced out wristwatch. What is that going to do for you on the battle? It's going to get you killed. Nobody wants some rope. You make yourself ready to the battle, not make yourself ready to be prey. You subdue yourself. You keep it on the low. You become great. You don't bring attention to yourself. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. That just says everything right there. That says everything. That says you're at war. It's going to be fucked up. And in those evils, what does evil mean? Eve, time, ill, bad time. I would think that war on the battlefield is bad times, right? But you got to be good at it. You got to be good at it. If you think you're going to make it to that chariot, you better be good. Better be good at warfare. You better keep your fucking head down. There's a lot more to being in a war than you think. It doesn't stop. You don't get no break. My 15-minute break come yet? Ladybug. Do I got a lunch break coming up yet? Ain't no lunch breaks in war. might get to eat, nigga, but hey, have you ever eaten? It's just your whole plate is just full of rain, powdered egg. Just wait. Okay, with all of that, and then you gotta see. It's one thing to be on the battle, but then it's about catching hell and being miserable. You're gonna be more miserable, and the misery doesn't go anywhere. And it's just, man, it's crazy. The whole thing is a crazy endeavor. And you gotta go through it. So you gotta wrap your heart around it, right? Shouldn't be about how am I gonna get this money? I'm gonna get this bag, sell my smell goods and Hebrew names. How is that preparing for the battlefield? How is that preparing to be a pilgrim? How is that preparing to be a grave man? All right? You gotta make a list. And the list goes like this: trust in the Lord with all thine heart, lean not into your own understanding. That should be pretty easy. So, I mean, what else is there to say other than everything has changed? And if you're not ready, like Sarasut not ready. You should probably change, right? Look at yourself and say, what am I doing in preparation? What does it mean to make yourself ready to the battle? It means to prepare, where you get the word prepper from. We're not physical preppers, we're spiritual preppers. How do you spiritually prep? Study to show thyself approved. Read. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. This is preparing for the battle. There's a battle at it. You got niggas. I can imagine. You got some. I don't think like this because I'm old, right? You always talk about how old you are, yeah. It doesn't occur to me that people make money on the internet, like YouTube and stuff. Because I've never made money on YouTube or anything like that, right? That's for me, that's kid shit, right? There's a lot of money. Oh, I have a channel, I'm an influencer, and all of this shit doesn't. Like, what the fuck is that, right? Just being old. But people make good money, you know, scaring people with shock value, clickbait and shit like that. You make good money. Then what you do with that money? What do you do with that money? Right? I don't worry about things like that because I ain't making no damn money selling smell goods or selling the truth for that matter, which you don't really have a choice. Well, what would possess you to do that when your only thought should be, let's get the fuck out of here now. Not, do I have money in the bank for the next 3 years that I can't spend unless I put a fucking chip in my ear? How stupid. The only thing you should be thinking about, how do I get very, very soon. So here's how it works. We're all waiting for retaliation, tit for tat. It's Israel, the ball's in Israel's court right now. Of course, they're gonna overdo it. This thing's gonna spiral out of control. And what is the first thing that's gonna happen? Gold. The dollar is gonna drop like a rock. Gold is gonna shoot up, making the dollar worthless. Right? Gold actually shows how much the dollar is not worth, if you can understand that. So anyway, if you're watching gold, somebody makes a move in the war, there's a reflection in the market. Okay. So any day or any hour, even right now while I'm speaking, I don't know, they could be doing something, launching an attack. It's going to be way too much. It's going to trigger a spiraling out of control situation. Okay. How does gold and the sea hit play into this? Okay. World War. Shut down the Strait of Hormuz. Supply chain. Commerce. Gold. Silver. Chips. There ain't no more gold. We want all the gold. Fuck money. We're going to do this thing digitally. Here's your chip. The war economy is going to push the chip. America ain't got no money. You're giving money that you printed up last night to Vladimir, and he's putting it in his bank, and you're all just money grabbing. That's got to come to an end, right? You know it. You just want a whole bunch of numbers on your chip. Is what you want. So the war really is about the chip. What is the war about? The war is about the US dollar. Don't get it twisted. Who was that? Zimbabwe? Zimbabwe. Oh, we got our gold back coin. This is a gold coin, nigga. We trading in gold now. Wait a minute. Babylon the Great got to come over and destroy. We got to bomb and strafe you. Like we did Saddam, like we did Gaddafi. You're going to do what? You're going to make gold what? Now we got to come and shut you down. Right? That's what war is about. War is about, oh, nigga, you're minting gold? Up. Here comes the war. Isn't there a war going on right now? Like world war? How is that not about gold and how money is spent? So back to what I'm saying. War is clear, right? What is war about? It's about that gold. But you can't have the gold. We're taking all the gold. We're not on the gold. We're gathering up all the gold. What does that mean? Well, here's your chip. See how it works? War, gold. Oh, you don't get no gold, but here's your chip. And what does that mean? That means we're the fuck out of here. It means we're the fuck out of here. World War III. The chip, we're out of here. Why are you selling smell good? Why are you selling anything? Why aren't you making you ready to your battle? Nowhere in the scriptures does it say hustle smell goods on the side while you're enduring as a good soldier. Don't say that. Okay? It don't say get on your high horse and show everybody in Esau's world that you can get some. Because the only way you can get some in Esau's world is if you bow down to it. And we know you can't get on no high horse in hell without bowing down to the devil. All right, so you didn't make it. You're not ready. You like Sarah suit. Sarah suit not ready. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Try to get this word trust. word trust. Oxford Languages. Trust. Firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. Yep, that's good. The meaning of trust is assured reliance on the character, ability, strength, or truth of someone or something. Okay? Well, that goes directly to the Most. You wouldn't trust the Most High. The Most High is bound to His word. That if you fuck up, He's going to fuck you up. If you do right, He's going to do right by you. He's bound to His word. Trust. I like that first one. Slocky. Trust is to acknowledge God in everything. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3:6. Let me check this board. Shalom. Declaring the end from the beginning. Shalom. Is that the Elder Apostle Tar? Shalom, Elder Apostle. What? 70 AD. Oh, Salakia. Yeah. Salakia. Salakia, let me make a correction. Yes, that was 70 AD when it was when it said head to the mountains. But the point I was making the water Elder Apostle. Matthew 24 and 13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. Right? And this gospel shall be preached in all the world for a witness until all nations, then shall the end come. Okay? And this is what takes it back to 70 AD. And I left that part out because I'm basically trying to get you in the right frame of mind instead of the wrong frame of mind, which would be to sit on a throne at this time or to ride in on a high horse. Okay, this goes back to 70 AD. Matthew 24 and 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Okay? So that I'm trying to remember who it was. Claudius Caesar. Still on there, the apostle. Oh shit, how's the battery low? Shalom. Antiochus? Abomination. I'll have to come back to that, but that is speaking of 70 AD. But 24 and 16, then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains, let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. The point I'm making here is that you are about to be ran up on. Going back to Second Ezra. They shall be like madmen, sparing none. If you're not prepared in that moment, right? If your mind is on other things like getting the bag, surviving in America, which is falling like a rock, you're in the wrong frame of mind. Right? Be even as pilgrims, right? I'm attaching that, right? Because what was is what has been is that which shall be, right? And by no means am I coming against the elder apostle. So I'm gonna just leave it right there. That was 70 AD, correct. But that doesn't mean that we can't use things, right, that were written for our learning. I'm gonna just quote them. Things that were written before time were written for our learning. All right? So, it's the humble, it's the contrite spirit that you want to have, even on the battlefield. Right? It's not the bravado, I got a weapon strapped to my waist at camp. Okay, because people are watching them. People are watching this. And I'll let you know immediately. Here's my weapon. Right? And that I'm not coming after nobody. Right? The Most High is coming after my enemies. All right? I don't have to fight that fight. The Most High is going to fight that fight for his men. So there's no need to have a gun hanging off your hip unless you're fighting to be part of this world. There's no need to see how much money you can accumulate before they force you to spend it with a microchip. That's the wrong mindset to be in at this time. After the eclipse was a sign that the devil, it was the last sign to the devil that his time is short. We know that. So we should see the devil act accordingly. Okay? Oh, there's the eclipse. What's the devil gonna do? Well, he can move fast now because he understands what, just like we understand these Lucifers, these Chaldeans, they know what it meant. So they got to move, right? How are you moving? Are you sitting on a throne with a crown? In your logo chosen colors, blue and gold, purple and gold. Are you fighting that battle among the camps? Who's more prestigious? Who has more money? Who do the women like? Or are you prepared for this battle? Okay, you're supposed to learn what happened during 70 AD. Eating leather. When you think about 70 AD, what do you think about? Famine, starvation, eating leather. Those things are here now. Okay, the Key Bridge. What did the Key Bridge show? That they're destroying bridges. It's a cyber attack on the infrastructure. America's at war. Money is not going to buy you. A throne and a crown is not going to buy you out of warfare. They don't give a fuck. You're a target. You're making yourself a target. Look at this nigga. When all hell breaks loose, I'm going straight after him now. I know just where to get him. I've been planning. You know, don't bring attention to yourself. Where were we? About to close. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. How does he know that he hath but a short time? Well, there was a big ass sign the other day. Big old sign in the sky that says Teckles. Right? Many, many tekel your farce. So the devil didn't understand the sign. He understood it. We should understand it. What does the sign mean? The great and notable. Great and notable day. Book of Joel 2, 31. Start at 30. Joel 2 and 30. And I will show wonders in the heavens, that's the sky, and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. All right. So what does the sign mean? It's the great and terrible day of the Lord. It's a sign. This is what the devil understands. The devil understands, there's the sign. Like when the demons asked, Paul I know, Yahushua I know, but who the hell are you? See, these devils, they know. Is it time yet? Is the time, what did the demon ask? Is it the time yet? Because they know, they were like, it's not time yet, is it? So they know what the signs mean too. So he's moving. You can't see it yet, but he's moving. What should you be doing? What manner of person ought you to be in all smell goods and high horses? You have to have to think about these things now. Otherwise, what does it mean like a thief in the night? It means that wasn't on your mind. Having to flee. It's not on your mind. You didn't make a little short list. You weren't ready. You didn't make yourself ready to the battle. This is all that's left is getting on a chariot. Right? And of course we're going to build the kingdom, of course. But you got to be there to do it. Otherwise you'll be a nutsack politics after. So, focus your mind. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. That doesn't mean sit on the couch all day and eat bonbons and wait for Jacob's trouble. It means be proactive and make yourself ready, knowing that there's a war to be fought and that it's getting close. The devil's moving. He's making moves. Right? Ain't gonna be no internet in a minute. They gotta move fast because Bibi is gonna make them. Not only is he gonna draw, Belisa fought draw him out. He's gonna force everybody's hand. Everybody's gonna be at war because these devils are crying, want to take their football home because they can't be in rulership anymore. They can't boss everybody around anymore. Nobody's afraid of you anymore. And your witchcraft don't work anymore. So get yourselves ready. Right? Book of Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That means walk in the Spirit at all times, not just when you're on camera, not just when a brother is around. Not just when the Passover, or here comes a Passover, I gotta take my eye off the ball and get my crown and my throne straight. Go get with a horse trainer. But you gotta work out your own salvation with fear and trembling every moment of the day, right? Especially now, knowing what's coming. The response that the Israelis give is going to determine how fast this thing is going to move. If it's way overcooked, if it's way overblown, it's going to move that much faster. If it's a little ambiguous in between, might not be as fast as I want it to be, right? We're hastening the day over here. So with that, we hope that the electorate edify you brothers and you sisters. Say, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kakadash, double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of GMS, including the elders who came before them and tell us the truth. Shalom and salutation to all the brothers. I push the word and truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Check the comment board real quick. Got the low battery. Shalom. Atalia. Wow. Shalom Atalia. Shalom.